Hello and welcome everyone. What do you know about Iran, other than it being a Middle Eastern country in constant diplomatic tension with other nations,
and that it's
one of the
above all,
world's major air
nuclear.
powers? Given the events of the last few hours, it would be interesting to focus on this still little-known country. Today, let's explore Iran from an angle you've surely never seen before. On the agenda, the most unusual and surprising things that only happen in Iran. From its ancient traditions to the most modern innovations, prepare to be amazed.
We start with the Yalda's celebration.
Imagine the scene, an evening where everyone gathers to eat watermelons in the middle of winter. It's Yalda night, the longest night of the year, celebrated by locals with the tasting of summer fruits and reading the famous poetry of Hafiz. You might ask, how do they manage to have watermelons in the middle of winter? To which I'd answer, I have absolutely no idea. Did you know that the term Iran comes from the piercing word Arya, which means land of the Aryans? This term referred to the Indo-European people who migrated to this region during the second millennium before our era. The country has a rich and complex history, marked by a succession of empires and dynasties over the centuries. Just so you know, Iran is known for its diverse climate, though almost half of its land is under a dry desert climate. These regions receive less than 10 centimeters of precipitation annually, making them among the most arid areas on the planet. The weather there is extreme, with scorching summers and severe winters. Nevertheless, these deserts are a sanctuary for diverse wildlife, including species like the Persian leopard, the Asian cheetah, and the wild goat. The Karun River is the only navigable waterway in Iran, usable in certain sections for short distances. This river plays a crucial role in the country's water supply, serving both for irrigation and for the production of hydroelectric power. As the largest river in Iran, it winds through the provinces of Khuzestan, Sharm el and Bakhtiari, as well as the rest. Historically and culturally significant, the Karun has long been a critical trade route, deeply influencing the development of the region. Forget the usual neighborhood bakeries. In Iran, there's something better. The sangak bread kiosks. You'll find bread baked on a bed of small stones, giving it that unique and terribly crunchy texture.
To try urgently.
In Iran,
if people
refusing
hear
a cup of tea 3 times before finally accepting isn't about being bipolar. It's just tear-off. It's an extreme politeness game, where the offer and refusal are danced in 3 steps, and where no doesn't necessarily mean no, at last.
After all, until the 4th.
Imagine this. Impossible is not a word in Iran. There, you can go skiing. Yes, yes, in the land of deserts. Iran, despite its reputation as a hot country, has some of the best ski slopes in the Middle East. Dariush Adizin, fans of various sports, are surprisingly well catered to. Forget Uber or Lyft. In Iran, they use Sevari, a quirky practice of sharing your taxi with other passengers, heading in the same direction, kind of like a bus, but much more personal. You'd better not have a sensitive nose. In Iran, they celebrate the sulfur ceremony in Tabriz, during which men gather to throw handfuls of flaming sulfur into the air, lighting up the night and thus celebrating a unique ancestral heritage. The Yazd Water Museum is entirely dedicated to the art of qanats, types of underground channels, and water management in the desert. It's like visiting an oasis, but underground. The living bridges of Isfahan are stunning. But guess what? They also serve as social gathering spots where people come to sing, talk, and drink tea, turning these buildings into real public living rooms. Kind of like Paris, but more folksy. This place is called the Red Village of Abyanay, a village where all houses are made of red soil, offering a true feast for the eyes and a complete change of scenery, as if it emerged from a medieval era. Every year, on the 13th day of the Iranian New Year, the Zidane celebration takes place, where everyone goes out for picnics and throws spotted lentil thumbs into rivers or lakes to ward off the evil eye. It's a way of doing things. Speaking of the evil eye, it's important to know that burning wild rue seeds, known as espandeh, is a common practice in Iran, where it is believed that the smoke from these burning seeds offers protection against the evil eye. This tradition has its roots in the ancient Zoroastrian religion and is carried on by many parents to protect their children. Espand is a plant native to Asia that grows in the Middle East and in some South Asian regions, such as India and Pakistan. Before you continue, don't forget to click here to subscribe if you like this video and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Did you know that Iran is the cradle of an ancient civilization? Land with a deeply rich past, this country is home to one of the world's oldest civilizations, with roots stretching back more than 4,000 years before Christ. This vast historical expanse has shaped a distinct Iranian culture, marked by the persistence of traditions and customs that have spanned ages. Iranians have carefully preserved this legacy, continuing a lifestyle that reflects their rich history. In Iran, to tell it like it is, women are not equal to men. In the capital, if a woman unfortunately sees her veil slip, or if she is simply badly veiled or not at all, the Iranian regime confiscates her car. Totally. And don't even make the connection between cars and veils. I don't see it either. Moreover, women are also not allowed to sing in public or on stage without very strict regulations. They must get a rarely granted authorization from the authorities to perform. According to the Iranian Penal Code, a woman who refuses to have sex with her husband can be deprived of provisions or alimony. And when you consider that most Iranian women are not allowed to work, they don't have much of a choice. In Iran, a woman must be accompanied by her husband to travel abroad. Moreover, as this does not suit many women, they seek to include this travel permission in their marriage contract, the smart ones. In Iran, only men have the right to study biology, English literature, and 75 other university fields reserved exclusively for them. Universities justify this ban for women by the lack of professional opportunities in these fields. Yeah, right. In Iran, asking for a divorce can be seen as an attack on the husband's masculinity. For couples wanting to separate by mutual consent, they are required to see a marriage counselor before proceeding with the divorce. This measure aims to reduce the growing number of divorces seen in recent years. If you go to Iran and have the misfortune of kissing the lady who welcomes you into her guest house, know that you risk ending up in prison. Yes, there. Physical contact between a man and a woman who are not from the same family is prohibited. In Iran, if you come across a bizarre scene where a man or woman is being stoned in public, it's not because they are stuck in the Middle Ages. It's simply because he or she was unfaithful. There, adultery is severely punished. The guilty couple can be sentenced to stoning to death. It's no laughing matter. This is not the place to be naughty. While you were watching the World Cup with your sweetheart in bars, in Iran, men and women were prohibited from watching the games together. Women, moreover, are not allowed to attend matches in stadiums where they might be exposed to behavior considered vulgar. This one will send shivers down your spine. In Iran, girls can face the death penalty from the age of 9. For boys, it's 15. In 2016, Iran held the said record for the highest number of minors on death row. Honestly, what could a little girl do to deserve that? Behead her Barbie doll? If you're planning to get married in Iran, you need to know this. There, couples are required to attend a mandatory session on birth control. Lasting an hour, this session aims to inform future spouses about the various contraceptive methods available, as well as their benefits and associated risks. Topics also include family planning and the importance of responsible parenthood, ensuring that couples are well prepared for the responsibilities of marriage. If you're a single man in Iran, that means you're a namad, meaning non-man. You're traditionally supposed to live with your family all your life. This cultural norm, which has existed for centuries, is still widely respected. They symbolize respect for the family and provide support for the single man, reflecting the importance of family in Iranian society. I don't think it applies to all moms though. The qanat system, or qanats, in Iran. It illustrates an ancient water supply method that is still in use in 2024. This network of tunnels captures water from underground aquifers to channel it to homes and farmlands. Dug deep into the ground, these qanats are a testament to Iran's historical ingenuity and continue to play a crucial role in the country's water infrastructure, despite today's technological advancements. Those famous piercing cats that you find absolutely beautiful. Did you know they originated from the cold plateaus of Iran and are one of the oldest and most cherished cat breeds in the world? Introduced in Europe in the 17th century by Italian merchants, these cats are famous for their long and luxurious fur, and their gentle temperament. That's why Mimi, your neighbor, has 25 at her place. It's not news to you. The flying carpets are the world's most sought-after carpets. On the other hand, did you know that in 2007, Iran unveiled an exceptional carpet? The world's largest handmade carpet, intended for a mosque in the United Arab Emirates. Weighing 21 tons and covering an area of 5,600 square meters, this carpet is a feat of craftsmanship, showcasing once again the expertise and determination of Iranian artisans. And speaking of carpets, this information will surprise you. Iranian weavers, known for their exquisite hand-woven carpets, intentionally incorporate a flaw in their work, showing their belief that perfection belongs only to God. This humble and traditional practice, carried on for over 2,500 years, symbolizes deep respect for the divine and enriches Iran's cultural heritage. If you go to Iran and attend a joyous event like a wedding, the birth of a child, or buying a house, don't be surprised if you're treated to delicious pastries. It's a tradition. Everyone is asked to contribute to the purchase of these treats, regardless of the effort required to celebrate these moments of joy, often accompanied by tea together. And believe me, their pastries are to die for. If you're in Iran, don't be surprised if you notice everyone snapping their fingers. Snapping fingers, called beksan, is a frequently practiced Iranian cultural tradition at celebrations such as weddings. There are several techniques to snap your fingers, each producing a distinct sound. The most common method involves creating tension between the thumb and another finger. Then release it quickly, so it would hit the apple, producing a sound similar to applause. When you're Iranian, you never say no, but you convey your refusal in a different way. Iranians have unique ways of saying no without using the word itself. They might just raise their eyebrows and make a entich sound, which is understood as a no. The man you passed earlier who was talking to his son calling him dad, that surprised you, didn't it? Well, know that in Iran, it's oddly common for parents to call their children mom or dad. It's nothing more than a sign of affection, replacing the traditional darling. Now, tell us in the comments what you think about these things that only happen in Iran, and don't forget to click here to watch another one of our videos.